Welcome back to Spotlight. If the Heisman race were to end today, it would be Indiana's Fernando Mendoza taking home the sport's most coveted trophy at plus 160. Diego Pavia would like a word, though. Julian Sayin would also like a word. And it's going to be interesting this weekend when Julian and Fernando actually face off with one another. There is some variety in the Heisman odds online. There's some wide receivers, some running backs as well. But all signs feel like they're pointing to a three-leg race, unless you ask our Chip Patterson. We'll talk about that more in a minute, but Chip is back with us to break down Heisman odds. Chip, I'm personally rooting for Texas Tech's Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker who they've been putting in at running back because this is a quarterback's award. So if I had a vote, that's who I would vote for. But obviously, we've got to go with what the numbers are saying. And the numbers right now are giving Fernando Mendoza a 37.7% chance to win this award. Why has he been the front runner for so long?
Two things stand out to me. Number one, there is a statistical argument. We're talking about the nation's leader in passing touchdowns. We're talking about number 2 in the country in passer rating. He is right there in the top 5 in terms of completion percentage, and he's doing it for a team that just went 12-0 and is in the Big Ten title game, ranked number 2 in the country. And oh yeah, Haley, he's doing it in Indiana. Indiana football is 12-0. The Hoosiers are in the midst of their best season ever. Fernando Mendoza is the reason why. The last time that Indiana won a Big Ten title was 1967. The last time that the last time that Indiana won a Big Ten title outright is the 1940s. So you combine the statistical excellence with the storyline, the narrative that he is the face of this Indiana resurgence. I think that makes it an easy story to sell to the Heisman voters.
I want to stay with this story, though, the QB comparison that we just had on our screen, because we will see both Fernando Mendoza and Julian Sayin go head-to-head on Saturday for that Big Ten championship game. He's right there in the mix, 31.2% according to Sportsline here. Seems like a loaded question, but how much will the odds move after this championship game?
There is a chance it's a low-scoring game, rock fight, and neither one gets an edge, right? And maybe that's where somebody else who's not playing on Conference Championship Saturday has an advantage. But Julian Sayin has a chance to prove against an elite defense. I mean, a top 5 defense coming from the Hoosiers. He's got a chance to prove that he's just not the bus driver. You know, he's not just going from stop to stop, just getting the ball to Jeremiah Smith, handing the ball off to Bo Jackson, getting the ball to Max Clare, Carnell Tate. No, Julian Sayin is that dude. That is why he is potentially in a historic race with the completion percentage on the season. That's why he is right there neck and neck with Fernando Mendoza in all of those statistical categories. And I think that while Mac Jones was docked because he had such an amazing team around him, Mac Jones was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy, but not a winner. I think that Julian Sayin in the Big Ten title game has a chance to show that he is the engine. He is a fighter pilot. He is not a bus driver. He makes things happen for the Buckeyes offense.
We saw the numbers there. The biggest difference is that Fernando Mendoza likes to run the ball. Julian Sayin leaning on those weapons that you just talked about. It's going to be a fun championship game. Let's talk about the turnaround in Nashville, Chip. Vanderbilt football, who would have thought, led by their fearless leader, Diego Pavia, who I think he's still trying to continue to play college football. But no one has advocated more for Diego Pavia this season than Diego Pavia. He said that he is proven to win this award. He set single-season records for passing yards, passing touchdowns, most win in a season. Just a 0.1% difference in terms of the odds from Sportsline when it comes to Julian Sayin and Diego Pavia there. Why the margin so thin there? And do you think that Julian Sayin should get that 0.1% nod over Pavia?
So there has been momentum with Pavia because two things have happened. Early on, the Heisman campaign for Diego Pavia felt like a vibes campaign, which, you know, I love. I'm always going to be a sucker for a vibes campaign. But then he's backed it up. He's continued to back it up, and he's delivered big wins. And Diego Pavia, he went and he beat Tennessee in Knoxville. Huge win for Vanderbilt. And he has continued to put up really impressive stats. And so when I was going through and, you know, we're trying to fill out our CBS Sports All-America ballots right now, and I'm looking at these quarterbacks, and I started to realize that, you know, Diego Pavia's statistical argument, because of how well he's been playing recently in some of these big games in SEC play, is only strengthening his chances to be looked at as the most outstanding player in college football. And that's the last piece of this to me, Haley. It is most outstanding player in college football. Who stands out more than the swagger of Diego Pavia?
The swag is loud. I'm with you. I'm a big vibes person there. I'm also a big underdog person, and that's what Jeremiyah Love would be here. Plus 5,000 to win the award. Sportsline giving him just a 0.1% shot here. But advocate for the running back, Jeremiyah Love. Why should he be in this conversation, Chip?
I mean, he got banged up and left the game early. He didn't get enough carries early on, but this guy has been absolutely electric all season long. He has stood out. He is outstanding. But if I'm looking at this Heisman race, I do think that he has not been dominant enough, especially after we saw what Ashton Genty did just last season. He's not hitting those kind of benchmarks, but Jeremiyah Love, there are 1, 2, 3 spots on a Heisman Trophy ballot. I would not be surprised if he gets enough voting points, second place votes, third place votes, to maybe end up showing up in New York City.
If he was able to beat the odds, he would be the 8th Heisman winner in Notre Dame history. They know how to crank out winners out there. Chip, always good to see you, my friend. Always bringing all of the insight when it comes to college football. Plenty more conversations to be had on the Cover 3 podcast.